Hi there, I'm back again. For anybody who was here earlier, I'm sorry, I got some stuff happen. I had to just stop really quick, and then Jeff came home because he's home on vacation, but he had to go out for a minute, so I thought, now I can get to this card finally. So 9 Lives, there's a whole bunch of really cool cards coming out. Our stamps coming out in the new catalog. So I'm just going to kind of remind you and show you a few things as I go through, but I'm going to show you a card that I did with this little, and for those of you who know me, you're going to say, what, cat? Because you know I don't actually like cats all that well because they like to use my garden as a bathroom place, but actually I do like cats, and this is a really cute one, and if they all stayed out of my garden, or at least just only came in and out and didn't do anything other than maybe catching a mouse would be nice. But anyhow, I'm gonna swing down, and hopefully if anyone's around I'll see you, but we'll see. I have problems with my camera sometimes when I have problems trying to find what I'm looking at on my computer. So if I don't actually see you online, I'm terribly sorry. I do my best, and once in a great while I actually manage to see people as they show up. But this being a holiday today, I don't know what it's going to look like. We'll see. I might not be able to see, you know, what's going on at all. And right now it looks frozen. So anyhow, yeah, this is the last day of the year, and so that's, is it? It really is, yeah. And this is going to be pretty exciting, I bet, for some people. Now, for me, not so much, because Jeff and I long ago realized that we don't really like to go out and, well, I don't like to go out so much. He actually kind of likes to, but what are we going to do? You know, we don't drink. I don't like current music generally, and most people don't have New Year's parties with classical music or something, so that leaves me out. Anyway, 9 Lives is a photopolymer stamp. You're going to see as I do this how cool that is to work with. This is the card that I'm going to do. I kind of got a little smudge on it, and I really like it. It's very cute. And then I also have out here my catalogs, and I'm going to just go through those a little bit with you as I go on with the card. I just want to kind of get started, and in this card set, I also am using the Vertical Greetings one. This is in our big catalog, our yearly catalog. The new one will come out in May, so we're still using the old one. This is a great stamp set. I'm just going to use this out of it, but it pairs really nicely with our pets. There's a dog one that's pretty cute too, but this is the cat one that we're going to do. So first of all, let me grab a piece of cardstock, some white cardstock, and actually that's not a big enough sheet, and I think I might have some handy. It's the one thing I didn't grab because I always have a whole bunch of this laying around, so did not get that out. But there's some Whisper White, and let me grab my cutting board and we'll just get this out and get it going. So today is beautiful out there. I went outside for just a little bit, and I should have, if I was going to go out on a bike ride, I should have gone out right then, because it's getting just a little bit windy now, and I'm not so thrilled about being in the wind. Okay, now actually I didn't measure any of this, and I wasn't sure if that was big enough, and it's way too big. Maybe I should do a little measuring while I'm right here. So that I know what I'm doing. Okay, because I thought that was that size, and it obviously isn't. So, okay, these are centimeters, and I want inches. So this is approximately 3.5 by 4.5. Okay, so we'll go over here, 3.5. And by 4.5. And it was actually just a tiny bit bigger than that, but it's okay. We're gonna just make that work. But what did I do? That looks a lot different. It doesn't matter, because as I go, I'm gonna. But does it? let me look at this. I think actually my cardstock as I did it, it would have been nice if it had been just a tiny bit wider. So I think we're gonna go. You know what, you might not be able to tell, but my blade on my cutting board is getting just a tiny bit dull, just a little bit. I use it a lot, and I can tell that because there are all these little fuzzies. They're not really hangers on, but they're just kind of little fuzzies. And so it's actually time to put in a new blade, which is really easy to do. But because all you do is you just, there's an opening down here. It comes out, you can take it out, put a new one in. It's very simple, but, and I have a new one to do. I keep a bunch, but I'm not gonna do that right now. So I'm gonna stamp this tree first. To just make sure I'm getting everything where I want it. And I used fresh fig for the purple. This has 3 colors in it, other than the white. There's fresh fig, old olive, and so saffron is this base card, or this kind of yellowish card. So I'm going to just stamp the top of my stamp with this old olive. And I'm going to stamp the pot part, that almost is a rhyme, with the fresh fig. Okay, so actually I need a bigger block. I only got one of my little blocks, but this is a pretty long stamp, so we'll stick this right on there. Now the one trick about this, and you'll see I've trimmed a lot around. I like to trim really close to my images because if you don't, they do sometimes show. In the old days, you had to press pretty hard to get really good impressions, and that was just because I think our ink wasn't nearly as moist. But now the inks are much wetter, so you don't have to squish it down and squish it on so much. So you know what, a little edge oftentimes doesn't matter so much like it used to. And I'm talking like 15 years ago, okay? I'm dating myself, but yes, that long ago and longer ago, I was stamping. Things have changed. So I'm gonna try to just get my fresh fig on the pot. I doubt if I'm gonna be all that successful. And it actually doesn't matter if it goes on the stem some, because that's going to be dark anyway, okay? So I just inked that, and then I'm just gonna ink my old olive also on there, and we'll see how this goes. If I flub it, well then I'll be able to stamp another one. I want to make sure I'm leaving a little bit of room for my kitty's yarn. You know what, there's not enough room. I can see that right now, so I'm going to not worry about the yarn there. We're going to just go a little closer to the edge, and I'll have to put the yarn more to the side rather than in the front, or I might have it on the front, but just off the card some. That was a pretty good impression. It's a little crooked, but it doesn't really matter. And that's how plants grow. You know, they aren't usually perfectly straight. I am gonna use a little brown pen to cover up those green stalks. Some plants have a green stalk, but this one is not going to. So we will get rid of my ink pads for now and pull in my Stampin' Up! Simply Chamois cleaning pad is really nice. Look at how easily that cleans that up, and yeah, it's a really nice cleaning tool because it didn't even get my hands too bad yet. We'll see. I usually manage to get a lot of ink. In fact, I did on that side of my hand. So let me just quick little wipe off, and that helped. Okay. So let me grab a brown marker. Is that brown? Yes, it is. Okay. This is our early espresso, and I'll try the darks, the little teeny tiny edge. So I just kind of want to go over that old olive stalk, and it looks like I did flub just a tiny bit right there, So I'll make my stalk a little longer to kind of conceal it. And it did flub a tiny bit right there too, but you know what? I think we'll put a little highlighting around there to try to conceal that a bit. We'll see what happens when I do that. I'm not always successful with my highlighting efforts because I don't always use the right pen for one thing. This one's pretty light, so I think we'll be good. Okay. All right. Just a little bit around him. And then we want to, I wanted to stamp this. Yeah, actually, you know what? I might just cut it out. I don't know. Let's do the cat, and then I'll fit the cat on here, and we'll see how I like it. I don't really know. Now the cat stamp, it has this cool stripe one, which is the one I'm going to use. It also has this just plain ordinary guy that you can leave plain, or you can put these really cool little calico spots on it, and I've done that too. It looks pretty cute, so have at that if you want to. So who's doing any New Year's resolutions out there? Has anybody got any New Year's resolutions? Now I'm going to stamp my cat on the So Saffron. So before I make a mistake and stick it on there, let's get a piece of my So Saffron cardstock out. And I'm going to stamp him with the soft suede. And then we'll do the, actually we want the stripes to be in an orange color. And so we're going to use Mango Melody for that. And I need to get this, just this plain cat out to do the outline in brown. Okay, so there's that. Clean that off and put that away. I kind of started my New Year's resolutions. I don't ever do New Year's resolutions because, you know, I'm old enough now to realize that I don't do well. Anytime I set a goal for myself, actually, I just look for a whole lot of ways, I think, to defeat actually doing it. And at other times of the year, I'm more successful. New Year's, for some reasons, just not a very good time for me to start something new, okay? Other people, it probably works great for, but for me to start something new at this time of the year, it only took me probably 25 years to learn that. But finally, I realized I think I defeat myself on purpose almost. So I don't. Last July, I decided to lose over 100 pounds. I was like, we'll just see. We'll diet for a year, exercise, dieting, you know. I'm going to eat what I want to, but not at night. Jeff said, okay, I'll fix dinner for myself for a whole year, no problem. And now when you're lining up your cat, you're going to have to, I'm going to have to take my glasses off because I have to see like exactly what I'm doing. And I'm also going to have to move my head in here to make sure that I'm lining this cat up exactly right. You can see right through your stamp onto the paper. And I got him pretty close. It's off a little bit, but I'm going to live with that. That's going to be like fur coming off of him and off of his tail a little bit. It's hard to get exact, and you can. And you know what? What am I thinking? I should get out my Stamparatus because the Stamparatus is the best thing yet to, actually, I don't even need my Stamparatus. Let's do another one. I'll do another cat and show you what I should have done because I was talking and not thinking about what I should be doing. So actually, if you want to have perfect placement for these 2-step stamps, and any number of steps actually, what you need to do is you have to start off first of all with a very clean stamp because I'm going to lay it right on where I want it. Okay, so let me clean this off. Oh boy, I'm gonna have to clean off the brown one so that I can get that out of the way, or I'll have trouble later. I'll start wondering where all of my supplies have gone. Okay, so now that I've got that guy out of the way, we will put, let's see if he'll stick on there. I just cleaned that block when I was doing that, so. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I need to make sure it's dry because, like I was saying, for two-step stamping, it's really best to lay your stamp right on your image where you want it. If it's dry and clean, it's not going to make a mess. And then you can make sure you've got it exactly where you want it. Now with my Stamparatus, my cardstock and everything would be right here. So that's why I was thinking I need my Stamparatus, because then that is going to keep it very secure right there when I go to stamp it. Oops, let me open up my plate. And we'll put I've got so much gummy stuff going on my Stamparatus that, okay. Let me just trim, let's just trim this part away here so that I can do this a little more easily. This is getting a little bulky here. Okay, so you can put your kitty right where you want it and put your magnets on so he's not going to be moving around. And then, excuse my head, I've got to get it right in here to place the rubber stamp where you want it. And this does take a minute to get it exactly where you want it, of course. So I think that's as good as I'm going to get it. And so then I can just close my lid, and that is going to keep that right in position. And then I can ink it right there. And we'll stamp the kitty, and we'll see if I did a better job. We'll compare. And if I don't really like that, I could reposition it and re-stamp it. Like, it looks like I kind of would have liked it higher on the head, but these parts are fine. So I'm going to leave it the way it was, and then I'll probably just use a little bit of ink too. I'm going to use my chamois while it's right there because I got some ink there too. Okay, so the Stamparatus is really useful for two-step stamping, so I don't know why I didn't get it out ready to use. But there you go. Okay, now we can put that away. Oops, let me put my magnets away. They're super strong, so if I don't get them put away right away, they will clink together later. And let me put this stamp in here as well. Oh, I lost my cover sheet somewhere. Oh, there it is. Good. Okay. And I don't think I need any more of this. This is Mango Melody. Mango Melody. And it's pretty orangey. If you were going to buy a mango in the store, I don't know. The flesh might be a little more orangey. I don't know, but where's that other cat? Let's compare and see which one I like better. I actually like the first one better. So there you go. Now this stamp set has, well, we already had this cat punch in the catalog. And so that's one reason when I saw this punch or this stamp set, I decided, oh man, that's going to go, I'm definitely buying that, even though I am not the biggest cat lover in the world. This is cute. And if you did, next time I'm going to have to show mirrored stamping. For some reason that's sticking there. And then we could have the kitty facing one this direction, one the other direction on a stamp. That would be cute. Oh, it must be this must be too long. That must be what's going on there. There we go. And it's just the lining these things up that takes a little bit of time. You want to take your time to do it. It's hard to take your time when people are watching you, but do it anyway. Okay, back to New Year's resolutions. So on my, starting in July, I decided to do this and then prayed about it. God's helping me to lose weight because I've dieted many times and not lost weight. But not eating at night has really been the key. And let's see. Yeah, I do like that one better. It's cute. And I've lost 60 pounds. I've still got a lot to go, but in a year, we'll see where I get to. Okay, so this cat is going to be on is a dimensional, but I'm not sticking it on yet. I just wanted to see, do I have room for that little ball of yarn? And the ball of yarn is again a two-step. There's the actual yarn, and then there's this darker colored thing. But instead of doing that, because I had a hard time lining up these strips with this, and I don't want to get the thing out again. I'm going to just color it in with a pen and call it good. So that stamp's too small. This one is going to be in Fresh Fig. I'm going to leave my cat kind of on here to see if I am actually stamping it where I want. Okay, because I can put the cat down, but I can't put him up. He won't be quite the perspective I want. So we might move him off there a little bit, and then I still will be able to fit that in nicely right here. Okay. This is cute. I love that it has a little meow stamp on it. Okay, yeah, it's cute. What can I say? Today is the day the cats are going to be out enjoying our yard a lot. I should be out there right now because my cat alarms that normally are going off are turned off because of that windstorm that we had. If I don't turn them off, they just keep going and they run down their battery. And it's also very annoying to the neighbors because you can hear the cat alarm. It makes a pretty loud sound. And so they're very patient neighbors and don't complain, but it still would be really annoying. So I turned them all off and forgot to put them back on. But because it looks like the wind's come up again a little bit, it's just as well that I didn't. And the cats are gonna just love not having any cat alarms. We'll see. One of the cats has learned to avoid the alarm by coming in a different direction and basically walking along the top of our neighbor's fence to avoid setting off any alarms. And I have thought of some really good ways to stop that, but I haven't actually done any of it yet because I think that cat, Jeff thinks it's an indoor cat, and he says that it's it's probably using its litter box because I haven't noticed much activity of that sort in the yard. So we're leaving that cat alone. For now. It's okay. So You're the Cat's Meow. I thought this was so cute. And then I can use it as a birthday card. I can use it. Now see, I use the little calico stamp for the, and just the one color on the inside. Soft suede. I used that to do the outline, and then I stamped off and stamped the spots with having stamped off once, both for the mouse and the cat. Okay, so this is gonna go pretty quick. I'm almost done. I know it looks like I haven't even started hardly, but actually once you get to this point, you're nearly done. So because I'm nearly done, I want to just make sure that you know that our holiday catalog, which is right here, our holiday catalog had some wonderful stamp sets in it. And I've got mine all marked up because I wanted to buy a bunch of these things, and eventually I did, most of them. But This is a really good one. Now these stamp sets, most of them, oh, that one's a good one. They're going to be gone January 3. They will be gone. You won't be able to order them again. Oh, that one was a good one too. This, that Farmhouse Christmas. Oh, love that. And those were all great. So get yourself to that store so that you don't miss out. And then the reason they are retiring those things, because then the Celebrations catalog is coming out next on January 3. Oh, so January 2 is the last day you can order from the holiday catalog. So January 2 is the last day, and then January 3 is the day that the Celebrations catalog comes out. Okay, this is the Celebrations one. At the end, if I have time, I will show you that one. Okay, so now we are going to just do the little meow, and we'll get the cat on. We'll put these cards together, and we'll be all set. Let's see if I can find that little meow. It's pretty tiny. Now I better put the cat on before I do the meow, because I don't want it to be out of, out of place. So let's stick a couple of dimensionals on the back of the cat. 2 probably will be enough. He's pretty lightweight. I bit my nails watching a movie, and oh, I smeared. Okay, so I was probably going to put him a little higher, and it actually is looking pretty good right here. So we'll put the kitty right there, and we'll put my little. Now on this card, I didn't have room to put the meow on that side, but I think this time I do. So we'll do that. Oh, no, the reason I did it is because I wanted the green to be balanced more. So we will, I better watch it though, because I got a bunch of ink on there. If I'm not careful, I will get it on that kitty because he's kind of standing up. So I think we'll clean it and try that again. Try to get an even, there. All right, I'm doing my card thing, so if you want to say hi to everybody, you can come in, because I'm almost done. But that's why I'm doing another card thing. So that you're live on Facebook right now if you want to say anything. I don't think anyone's watching, but I don't know. I haven't really been paying attention.
Well, the lovely Kathy continues her lovely work.
Yes.
Keep going.
Okay, so then the next thing we do is we put that on the old olive cardstock, and you just put some rubber cement on the back of your card that we just finished. And I didn't, as you can see, I didn't even cut it. If you just layer your cards, you don't have to worry so much about dimensions. You can measure everything out and cut, and then hope that you measured it to the fraction of the inch accurately, or you can just not worry about it and layer it on and cut as you go. Now that's why I'm putting this tail over on that side, because obviously I wouldn't be able to trim closely there if I didn't do that. So let me get rid of some things so we have room for my cutting board. And then we can just trim this edge. Do it this way. Ooh. There we go. And this side. And then then we have the So Saffron cardstock underneath the old olive. since you can hear actually this rubber cement when I'm doing it like this. It sounds a lot louder on camera, I think, than in real life. It's pretty funny. It sounds loud. Okay. And so saffron, and that matches your cat. Now, usually when you're doing cards, if you just remember the 3-color rule, it's kind of a rule for all kinds of decorating things. If you really like your color, you can go with 1 color or 2, but generally, if you do 3, it's going to look a lot better. Okay, now this edge is just a little bit long, but I think we're going to go ahead and live with it. And then this is going to be my base cardstock, so I don't want to just cut it. I'm gonna mount it right to the base of the card. And let's see how wide this is. If I can have it opening like this vertically, I am going to. And it looks like I'll be able to. It'll be a little close. Let me look at this edge. Yeah, that should be fine. So we can cut this at 4 1/4. And instead of opening from the side, this one's going to open from the bottom. Okay. And I could get my bone folder out and score that, but actually, you don't even have to do that. And put that on there and we're all done. Okay, so now that I am finally finished, I can tell you that the Celebrations catalog is it Celebrations? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, it's coming out January 3, and I'm going to show you a couple of things that are going to be available. Any of your sales from January 3 to May 31, I believe, are in the sale. No, not May. It's March 31. That's in the celebration time. And during celebration, they give you a lot of extra stamps or other supplies depending on how much you earn with your sales. That's the best time to order. Isn't that cute? And then I'll put a white cardstock on the inside to stamp the kitty with, and I will do that later. Okay, so let me just really quickly put my little meow away. I almost lost it. That's the wrong one. Put it over there. Okay, so Celebration has a lot of different levels. I guess there's 3 levels that you get different products with. And for $50, $150 in sales, you're going to earn one of these free stamps. And they're pretty cute. You can get that, or you can get these ribbons, or these butterfly elements, or paper. This stamp set is really cute. I'm going to use this with one pretty soon. Here's a good chicken one for those of you who like chickens, and the frog one's really cute too. So you get all sorts of things that you can choose. And then if you're, if you have, actually that's with a $50, if you buy something for just $50, you get to choose one of these. So let's say you have $100 in sales. You can choose 2 different Celebration products, or in the very back they have 2 $100 options that are really nice. This is this tea time framelit set that goes with the teapot that's going to be in the Celebrations catalog, or this calla lily set that has all of these wonderful sentiments. So those are all the things that are going to be available until March 31st, and you want to take advantage of it while it's here. And then this is the celebration, or the Celebrations catalog. Is that really what they call it? I don't even know. But anyway, it's the one that's coming up January 3. I don't see it. I thought it was called Celebrations, but I don't see a name on it. Anyway, these are some of the stamp sets that are in it. And we're going to do this one for our Valentine's class that's coming up January 25 and 26, I believe. And then also on January, I think it's January 11 and 12. That's coming up pretty fast. I'm going to also do one using the pip stamps that are in here. The cat one that we just saw, and oh, there's a really cute one. Where is it? I don't see it really right at the moment, but it's in here. It's a horse one and dog one. I don't know. It's really cute though. So if you want one of these catalogs, just message me. I would be happy to get them to you. All right, I think I'm all finished with that. So I'm gonna swing the camera up and see if you're still there. Yay! All right, you have a great New Year's Eve. Be safe and smart, and a wonderful next year for all of us. Bye-bye.